Cheers.
Beep, boop. Cheers.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
To another day off.
Day off.
Except this time we're going to go way back. We're going to take it way, way back to the Wayback Machine with
1995.
1995.
Party like it's 1995.
Mm.
Hello, El Gran Big Bando.
Great.
Ryoko Kaji. Hello.
How are ya?
Hello.
What are you guys up to?
Watching YouTube. Duh.
Apparently.
What up, Jose Granados? Marumeeps. John Gonzalez. Felix 97.
97 is almost 95.
Yeah. Cyan Walker. Koromoza. Ziwong.
Windows screensaver.
The nightmare.
You guys knew.
Why didn't we come to Anime Expo? Cause Anime Expo very expensive. The tickets are like what, 300 bucks?
I mean, I technically went one day.
You went and no, you didn't tell anyone though.
I told Pat. I don't know.
Okay.
Wow.
Favoritism.
I walked around, looked at cosplay.
This is nostalgic. 80 bucks? Oh, okay, that's not as bad as I thought.
Yes, it is.
It sounded like $300 when I heard
Mm.
it. Oh, maybe that was
Oh, E3 was ridiculous.
Did you hear? I didn't tell you, but Sony is pulling out of E3 this year or next year.
Yep.
This is bad. This is bad for E3, guys.
Really bad.
Very bad. I cannot understand Latino. I'm sorry.
Parlez français.
How do you say the reverse of gracias?
Je ne parle français.
You're not telling me.
I'm not gonna play this game.
Why? I don't know. I'm legit curious. What is reverse gracias?
So would that be like saying what's reverse thank you?
Yes.
No,
I'm
thank
sorry.
you.
No gracias.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, that actually we brought up a really cool point. I think that'd be a nice little like jump off for us, and that's how many times have you been to E3? And what do you think of E3? I think that's the because I mean some of you yahoos have already known that I've been around for a long time, and E3 is what it is. It used to be crazy, now then it went through this lull, and then it was all over the place. I mean, what was
Actually, I've been there 3 times,
3 times?
and 3 times combined, I was there less than 2 hours.
Oh wow!
That's what I think of E3.
Well, we met at okay, so the E3 that we met at,
Uh-huh.
was that your first or
Yeah,
second?
that was my first.
That was your first E3. Yeah, that was like a
I was
in
in
and
Kuno.
out. Yeah.
No, I just went. I was like walking around and was like, what's it? Kumio was like, hey, you wanna go check out Kyoji Game? I'm like, sure. I went. I met like a bunch of people. Like, hi, okay. Kumio was like, okay, let's go. Go where? Home. Huh?
Oh, what a rip. What a rip.
Alright, note to self. Don't go to E3.
I mean, it's free. It's worth going because it's free. And someone drives you.
Word.
So basically, zero effort trip.
Okay, so E3?
Never been.
Never. Oh. Okay.
Remember, you gotta remember. His first time working in a game industry.
But no, I mean like I just wasn't sure if he.
And Australia doesn't have E3.
Nobody has E3. Only LA has E3.
Exactly.
You don't say.
So how do I get the E3?
They don't call it E3.
Rip. So, for those who aren't familiar, GM Rush here is actually Australian. He just so happens to be here.
Right.
And so he gets really upset when he finds out about all the crazy, crazy cool stuff that we have here.
Or I get upset that I just know about it.
And then he finds out that after he comes here, that it goes passing through his hometown in his absence.
It's funny. It's absolutely funny. The second I leave, you know what? We're gonna bring the conventions back to Brisbane.
Back?
Back.
For the first time.
It was like, it's always held at like the Gold Coast in the first year, and then it moves out of the Gold Coast and never comes
What
back.
is Gold Coast?
Gold Coast.
The Gold Coast.
Oh, okay. It's like Soho. We call it GoCo. Or SoCal. So you call it GoCo. Hi, Hime Heart.
So for those who are just tuning in, this is a day off with the GM, and so we kind of BS with you guys about just different stuff, who and on about.
We talk about everything but Elsewhere.
There you go.
Hey.
Because that's a game that we're just not going to talk about.
Darren Davis.
So you guys have now free forum to ask us questions. Kind of hit us up and let us know what you want to hear about. And if that...
Koromo's like, Lavi news. Oh.
y'all getting Smash ult?
Yes!
He's getting it. I mean, he's getting it. I don't have a Switch.
Pre-ordered, already ready. It's coming.
Hey, Moon.
Wallahara. Look what?
Every time they sound like I'm choking. When will Ryan come to Elsewhere? Never. Next question.
Maybe instead of Ryan, we should like
Bring
trigger them by just,
calling it like Royan.
no, just bring
Ronan.
oh no, what's her name?
Sigurd.
Right before you fight the big tall guy that does the kick. Oh, what was her name? Vanessa.
Lying.
The real Ryan before Ryan was introduced to the game.
Oh snap! Hear that, Ryan?
The dark elf chick with the tribal mask. That's awesome. She was Babe.
How does it feel to be a disembodied floating head?
I love being a disembodied floating head.
Feels like I'm in Windows 95.
Right.
Next beta for Kurtspell.
The rest of his body hasn't loaded yet.
Make the hit bounce on like one side.
Someone called, so I stopped midway.
Your 24K bod was.
56K modem.
We should have.
Hey, stop complaining.
I know.
Big baby.
So, what would you say your favorite con is?
I went even to 3. WonderCon once.
Ooh.
E3 3 times. BlizzCon twice. Actually, well, after all those, I realized I don't really like cons. I thought
all of those?
no, I thought I would like it,
Mm.
but I found out actually I'm not that big of a nerd to enjoy it. Like it takes effort to be a nerd,
It does.
and I just don't like putting in effort.
What's going on, man? We're good, man.
Yeah, I'm good.
Day off.
We're doing
I'm good.
well.
I'm good. The room's getting hot, but I'm good.
But hands down, I'd have to say PAX.
PAX? I haven't been to PAX.
PAX is. I've been to PAX East. I've been to PAX West. Both. No, I can't say as business and as a consumer, but I mean it was all business. But it is so immersive in that environment that it feels even if you're there as industry, you're treated like a consumer. You're still treated like a gamer as long as you bring your game. And so they have tournaments that run 24/7 from tabletop to TCG to gaming. One of our coworkers actually won one of the. He was insanely good at Mario Kart, and while at PAX, destroyed the number 2 best Mario Kart player, and they actually had him flagged as a hacker.
Wasn't that Tyrion?
Tyrion, yeah. Tyrion actually got. GM Loki was the one that was actually, he was extremely good. Chaos wasn't bad either. For anybody of you old timers that are hanging out, so now that we've got Grand Chase, we can kind of throw around some of the old Grand Chase names. But Tyrion literally walked away, like stomped the competition. They let him do it. I mean, he could literally 3 out of 3 dodge blue shells.
What?
Yes.
Is that possible?
He will demonstrate. Not just once, not just twice. He will dodge blue shell thrice. So, but anyway, being in the PAX Prime, which is the one up in Seattle, it's all day. It does not stop. You are in this environment of all things.
You know what's
gaming.
funny? Actually, my friend won a competition and won a ticket to the actual PAX Prime.
Yeah.
I was like, "Do you want to go?" And I'm like, "And get a $500 hotel room."
Right.
Like, no, thank you. Hi, Tri Gundam and Stefan.
Hey.
No Arizona.
What was the end? Oh, so with the Prime, phenomenal. And what's funny is game companies will show up to Prime that don't go to E3. Blizzard was one of them.
Riot too.
Riot. So literally, you would have companies that would boycott. Not, I'm going to use that word not so professionally. Who would not go to E3, but they'd be at Prime. And the reason they went to Prime was because you didn't have the political red tape that you have with an industry-only show. You had exposure. You basically realized at the end of the day, you're not selling the game to other industry people. You're selling the game to players. And you're selling the game to a venue where the industry people want to be there because they want to be immersed in that environment. So now you've got this double hype environment where you have media people there and gamers, and everybody is there specifically to watch the games blow up. And so then I went to PAX East later on, which is over in Boston, and they sold out of PAX East. I think that it took a minute longer than they sold out of PAX West. And so we were talking at, I don't remember back then if it was, I want to say 80,000 unique. And I was like, that's insanity.
Although I did want to try going to Comic Con.
Yes.
I still haven't had a chance.
I want to
I was like, where's the cosplayers?
legends about PAX.
Where's my Google Glass? Okay,
Yeah, especially
okay, Google.
with you being all
Take a
crazy into the
picture.
TCG circuits. Yeah, PAX is, you literally, there are tournaments and games being played around the clock.
I will be playing at PAX. If I go, I'll be playing. I'll bring all my decks.
Nice. You know, every game, every
Yeah.
deck.
I just got my Magic deck built up again.
Oi, against
Oh.
the
Set
legend.
up. So,
Hello, it's your boy Spotify. What up, Spotify?
hey Spotify.
Hey, Biscuit.
Hey Biscuit.
Oh, Game Blue Biscuit.
Biscuit.
Oh,
That's
Brisks
such
has
a
been ping, ping, pinging. Need more GCGMs?
Do we play Kingdom Hearts?
I do.
I played this.
Used to.
I played 2 without playing 1.
I played none.
2 was not bad, but to be real, I'm not really a big Disney fan, so I'm not like hyped on
What?
Kingdom Hearts.
So you're not hyped about the new Lion King trailer either?
Oh,
No.
that's on a that's a whole new game.
Like I didn't grow up on Disney. I grew up on Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon.
But there's no Dragon Ball Z land,
I wish there was.
right?
I would go there every day and eat sensu beans. 1 bean and I'm full.
Oh man, oh man. What about you?
Me?
Con.
Con?
Favorite con of all time?
I haven't been to all that many. So
I know. I went to 3.
Anime Expo?
Here in LA?
Yeah.
That's your favorite con? And you've never been to like cons in Australia?
Well, they're like 10 times smaller. And like,
Doesn't matter. It's still a con.
Well, the Australian con I went to, I had to queue up 2 hours to watch a trailer that was on YouTube. So,
What trailer was that?
Skyrim.
Oh.
But like, we queued up for 2 hours, headed into the booth, and saw a trailer we already watched like 10 times on YouTube. So we were like,
Nice.
this is a great con.
For those who are not familiar, so you've got Australia. Everyone knows where Sydney is. Brisbane, for being such a small town. I mean, Rush is educated us to just how small Brisbane is.
We have
mean
a really big city
Australia.
consisting of one street, Queen Street.
And that's it. That's
Yeah.
Brisbane.
That's it.
So there are more people in LA and Orange counties than there are on the entire continent of Australia.
Right.
Continent. And so just to kind of put things into perspective, there aren't many people there. So
It's like Canada.
everyone's heard about Canada, but they don't realize there's like
There's no one there. They're only on the borders of the US, and then everyone else, like, no one's there. There's like 10 people.
oh,
I like me some Dragon. Although Dragon Ball Super, I'm not impressed. The animation quality is so bad.
is it?
I can get around it, kind of.
That is one reason why I can't watch a lot of manga to anime stuff. So when they go to anime, they become like
Saturday morning cartoon.
smudges on screen.
Yeah. So if you could go to any convention, where would you want to go? Like if you just literally tomorrow we're gonna pick a convention. we can
PAX, let's go.
Go. PAX.
PAX.
What about like Dragon Con or Gen Con or some of the other like
Dragon
hardcore,
Con.
like, Dragon Con.
I saw a lot of good cosplays there.
Priorities.
Nighttime pop.
Yeah, I feel like PAX is more like a video game or games in general.
It's all all games.
Con, so that's the one I'm more interested in.
So, Dragon Con, was it GenCon or Dragon Con? The one where it's like all table.
That's not Dragon Con. Dragon Con is like
Hey,
that's the one that's like 18 plus, right?
I don't remember.
I remember Dragon Con was 18 plus.
Dragon Con. I've never even heard of Dragon Con.
Dragon Con.
We are the largest multimedia popular culture convention focusing on science, fiction, and fantasy, gaming, comics, literature, art, music, and film theater. So it's a science fiction con.
And fantasy.
It's pretty much like Marvel Con now. Hi, Vincent Giwanto.
Yeah, that's one in Atlanta, Georgia. So they changed the logo. That's why I didn't recognize it immediately.
Right, Darren, the DVD stuff make no sense anymore. The super like blue Saiyan and like okay, come
You
on.
gotta go blue and then blue with Kaioken and then go into
Like, Super Saiyan 4 was like
the god form. Or
the 4, the long hair one. That was like me a guess enough.
what was that? Wait, that was
That was Z.
yeah, Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah.
4 is when he becomes a one.
Oh right, 3. Okay.
GT.
Yeah, GT I don't even count.
GT, not even in the Dragon Ball universe.
Why can't you not retcon that?
Yeah, because of Red Monkey.
But yes, I enjoy video games of all types. So probably PAX.
You want the opportunity to, if you wanted to step away from tabletop and TCG, go to video gaming
Yeah,
and handheld and have all that stuff there.
As much as I love tabletop, I can't play tabletop for like 3-4 days on end. I would get bored. Unless it's like 2 days from a tournament and I need practice because I haven't practiced in ages, which has happened. Then I go hard out on the practice.
I played Hearthstone once. I spent about like $5,000 on it. I was like, this is not healthy. I quit.
So did you spend more on Hearthstone or Seven Nights?
7 nights.
7 Nights. Ooh.
7 nights I was like not like out of control. So every time new hero comes out, oh, credit card, throw.
Thank you, the credit card.
All right, bye, Shining Lights. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for stopping by. So, now it's your turn. You guys got any questions, comments, concerns, regulations on this? Your staff that you do not derogate or override.
I mean, Naruto is good up until Jiraiya died, and then I lost interest.
So you like Jiraiya?
Yes,
Okay.
he's the best character in Naruto, hands down.
I watched
He's
the
the
whole
pervert.
thing. And, yeah, I got kind of lost at the end of the last arc.
I mean, like when he starts summoning meteors, I'm like, are you a ninja or a mage, right? I can't tell the difference anymore.
he summoned another meteor to hit that
Yeah.
meteor into the ground further. It was like one
And
meteor
that
is not
meteor
enough.
was
I'm
like,
gonna summon the second
it
one.
wasn't even like a small asterisk, like huge, like meteor.
Like dinosaur killer meteor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I was like, ninjas. I thought they just sneak around and throw shurikens.
Yeah, and when someone tries to hit him with a sword, they turn to a log,
Yeah, best they do is like throw rocks,
right?
not a meteor.
They have ninjutsus. They can do.
He learned ninjutsu.
Who?
Him.
Me? Yeah, I know, but ninjutsu and you know, like how to make lightning bolts of doom.
Yes, you can. With enough tools. Sparks! Do you know there was this little like sparking machine where you like click and it makes a spark? And like if you sorry, there's
That fly is like haunting us,
there's
like-
a fly, I'm sorry.
freaking all day.
But if you like click the spark the coin place, it actually takes it as a coin. So you will see people like standing like click, boom, like, okay.
Genius.
Yeah, and then people like the owners would be like watching like that's suspicious.
Jose Granados says, have you played Bendy and an Ink Machine?
I did hear the soundtrack, but I did not play the game.
I have not. Red Bull Monster? That's a the one
Really. Oh, hold on. I got Windows. So if we're on a green screen, you know what color it is.
Black.
Red,
Black.
blue.
I prefer, to be honest, I prefer Rockstar more, but I can't find it anymore.
Yeah, Rockstar gives me anxiety. I could literally down like 3 or 4 massive cups of coffee, 1 or 2 monsters, and it doesn't bother me. I have one Rockstar, and I feel like an anxiety attack, like in like drink form, and I can't even sit still. I don't know what it is, but it's nuts.
See you, Darren Davis. Good
Bye,
luck
Darren Davis.
for your team.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Marshall versus Unflip Table.
No table.
Unflip Table wins.
Yes.
If anything, it was already flipped, so we flipped it back up.
Right? So I can flip it again.
Yes.
It's like that really annoying guy in your party that you wish you could just kill so you can res him and kill him again until you're done being mad.
I'm really hungry. Oh, sorry. TMI.
What do you want to eat?
I really want Korean barbecue right now.
You were saying that earlier. What do you guys do for lunch?
Fuck.
Pho?
Tambin.
Tambin. Oh, so it was raining. It was like pouring rain today.
We had to wait like 30 minutes.
Which is quite rare, actually. I thought that.
Their oxtail? Nah.
What was it?
They give you like this big chunk.
And it's like all meat.
Oh, it's like bones.
Set on the bone, yeah.
Where they just you do this, everything falls off.
Oh.
So I took everything apart, put it in my pho.
I'm eating right now.
What are you eating? Biscuit?
Yeah, I'm
make
a sucker
Pai
for
hungry.
pho. And I've been craving, what is that dish? No, it's khmai.
Rice stuff.
It's oh gosh. I know they have it in Vietnamese too, but I only know the I forgot the
Rice
for
and
it.
the banana leaf.
Yeah, the
sticky
what's it,
rice?
crushed. It's not really sticky rice, but he knows it's a num som is what it's called in Khmer.
Num som.
Num som, and it's got like the pork, like the crushed pork in the
Shredded
middle,
pork.
shredded pork, and then it's got some other spices and stuff like that around it, and it's
I
amazing.
You're having fries and chicken nuggets from McDonald's?
Oh, I had that for lunch. Except not the chicken nuggets.
Or the fries?
He does eat fries. He loves him some fries,
I love fries.
I do like McDonald's.
especially McDonald's fries.
Yeah, McDonald's and In-N-Out fries. I think they're the best. For sure. For me. Or that, or the really crappy microwavable fries you get from a supermarket. For some reason, I really like crappy fries.
You do. You said it's like your meatballs.
There's like these like things that I hate, like shit, like crappy. It's like spaghetti meatballs, fries. Sometimes like crappy rice too.
Crappy rice?
Like fried
Oh
rice.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, fried.
Like it's like the fried rice you'd get like at the really janky
Like,
place
like-
next to the gas station
yeah,
that's just like
yeah,
Chinese,
yeah.
like the walk-in or something.
So good.
I can make that how fried rice.
You can make what?
That's how fried rice.
Downtown fried rice?
Like those crappy fried rice. I can do that easy.
Can you also bring the Hainan chicken?
Oh my gosh.
And you got the little red sausages that probably shouldn't even really be in there that you put in there anyway.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I'm- Yeah, it's like cheap flavor.
Right. Oh, that's so amazing.
What's it called?
Runs like butter in Windows 95.
What's lap chung?
Yes, lapchung is the red sausage.
Yeah, okay, that's the one. Pie in before pie, go shopping at a
Seven-
I actually do like the 7-Eleven taquitos.
Those are really good.
Yeah, I like the cheesesteak one.
Oh, mine's a Monterey Jack.
Oh, that one's good too.
Yeah.
Oh, you know they have this thing new like the buffalo thing, where it's just like a stick of chicken, like no like nothing, just like and then like covered with like fucking like Doritos or something.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's good.
With Doritos?
Oh, it just looks like Doritos. I don't know if it's actually Doritos. But it's
Oh, yeah, like a
super
buffalo.
red, like super red.
Uh,
Yeah. It's good.
and if you go to 7-Eleven overseas, like specifically Japan,
Oh, in Korea?
whole nother game. The
I heard Taiwan's really good too.
I feel like 7-Elevens just have like the food of that country in that store.
Except here.
Like, except the street food version, except you can get it at 7-Eleven.
I mean, in Australia we have like our 7-Elevens have Australian meat pie, sausage rolls.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
like that.
For like
Bye, Maru.
$2-3.
Tomorrow.
See you.
You don't have to spam chat. Don't worry about it.
I would love if you guys cosplayed. See, I'm gonna stop you right there.
And then go eat 7-Eleven.
Me and cosplayers have a very interesting relationship. Long
I
relationship.
think they're hot.
I'd cosplay
Not you.
one day.
I take it back.
The strategy.
Pie's finished.
Yeah, right? I've been found out. Although when I went to Japan, I went to 7-Eleven, I like robbed the whole store, and it still cost me like $20. You know that picture that I uploaded on Facebook
Yes.
of all the food? That was like less than $20.
That was just that was the 1-7-11.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
I need to go to Japan.
I know!
Yeah.
Like tomorrow.
Like 5, 6, 7 years ago, Japan food was considered expensive.
Yeah.
But now Korea is more expensive,
I can see that.
which throws Korean people off. Because the Japan trip was for like rich people back then.
Yeah.
Because they have more like brands, little like LV and like Chanel stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, now Japan is actually cheaper to go. Which is weird. I
Alright.
speak Korean.
I do not speak
Do
Korean.
you speak Korean?
I don't speak Korean.
I don't speak Korean.
Nobody speaks Korean. We know Korean.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
You speak better Korean than me.
I don't speak Korean.
You just spoke Korean.
He does speak Australian though.
That's true.
Yeah, great.
Hi,
Why does that
Vincent.
not get old?
Hi,
It'll
Vincent.
never get old.
Can we get a filler event for the new Grand Chase release? I will drop some serious money on that.
Filler event.
There's already an event on Grand Chase.
Yeah.
What you talking about, Willis?
Level 99.
Level 999.
999.
Okay. What character would you like to see cosplay?
From Grand Chase or what?
Any character.
Any
character.
bias. Like, we cosplay or someone?
No. Like if you were to
What?
go
No.
someplace and this
The
cosplayer.
perfect cosplay of
No,
your character?
No, not yeah. The perfect cosplay of that character. It doesn't have to be a famous cosplayer. I'm talking about the character.
Yeah, just like coming to life basically.
Yeah.
Not the fly! The
So
tick!
dead.
So the tick can kill the fly!
When that fly came in, I honestly thought Bosch was gonna.
I was my monster's right there. If I dust my monster, that's the last one that was in the fridge. I would cry. Legit.
You know what? This goes back, but Andrew is 17.
No, are you serious?
Yeah, the blonde one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Is it 18 or 17?
17 is.
Krill's wife.
That's 18.
Okay, 18.
Wow, that's I thought it would be a little bit more risque, to be honest.
No,
No?
it's the nostalgia.
Actually. You know what? Doctor Strange. I like all his little gadgets.
He doesn't get
Magic and stuff.
He doesn't get why we asked it.
Yes.
He doesn't actually have magic, you know that, right?
I know.
He's a cosplayer.
Yeah, but I've seen some really good cosplayers like Iron Man and stuff where they have all the lights up and all the smoke.
You know, there's a movie about Doctor Strange, right? Where
Yes.
he's wearing the costume.
I think that costume is terrible.
What?
Yes.
Why?
Because I like Doctor Strange better in the comics. He has like the bigger, I don't know what you call it, the back of his hood. It always looked.
Probably like the Luke Cage comic book costume better too.
Okay, had a comic book costume? What?
Power Man.
Oh, Power Man, that guy. Yeah, that guy didn't do
Swear to God, fly, I'm gonna kill you.
Okay.
that.
I was struggling. I couldn't even think.
No, if I could pick the top 5, would have been like, anyway, so.
That's what I'm saying. I have to pick one, and I'm hurting right now. I can't. I'm having a really hard time. I'm trying to think. It's going to be a hard pick between anime or gaming.
Oh, I didn't think about gaming.
That's why I was like, I'm torn. Absolutely torn.
Wanda! Wanda from Epic 7.
Oh my gosh.
My waifu! She's a terrible character, but her aesthetics are on point.
I could probably pick like a lot of the fake characters.
Yeah.
Like fake granddaughter. They have a lot of waifus.
You know what I'm saying? That was waifu granddaughter.
And now they have the Christmas event, and I'm crying.
Do they have the sexy Santa Claus or something?
They have, you know, John the Ark.
Yeah.
They have like the outfit version, but in like a Christmassy outfit. And it's
Amazing.
no.
Which Pokemon starter do I pick? Okay, go ahead with your perfect cosplayer.
No, go ahead with the Pokemon starter.
I think every single one. Okay, you can go now.
Ruined the fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Nothing Found. He ruined you.
Yeah.
It's true.
No.
I buy like 3 copies of every game and pick one of each.
I don't know that actually. I really, really don't know.
This is why we have pay to win. Because of you. Because of you buying 3 copies of Pokemon.
It's important. It's important to buy 3 copies.
This is gonna sound weird,
Okay.
but Shinigami from the 2012 Ninja Turtle series.
What's from the 2012?
Yes.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yes, Game Blue Biscuit, you're gonna start seeing all the Christmas outfits / Christmas.
I'm
characters.
waiting still for my game. The Grand Chase. Yeah, that'd be fun.
But if it had to be anime, well, that'd be all
Akira.
No.
Where it gets messed up.
Friggin' Tetsuo.
Yeah.
Tetsuo, like after the infection.
Abomination.
Yeah.
Christmas events are the best one. That is true. They're the most generous one.
Usually.
Yeah.
Either that or like the game's anniversary. Usually when the game was an anniversary, the rewards are super good as well.
Yeah. And if its anniversary is on Christmas, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a GG. Find the game that launches on Christmas, guys.
We're pretty close, Grand Chase.
I don't need my wallet for Christmas Eve.
You do.
Unless you play Fate and you want it.
Unless you have Apple Pay, then you don't need it. You just need your phone.
I don't need my wallet for Christmas event. Okay. Yeah, Google Pay.
Can you go pay?
Exactly.
How is that that's an actual app?
No, it's not. You just spell
I will
Google.
give Tiano.
Because O and I is right beside each
But
other.
Google is double O, not double G.
So you want to say Goggle Pay?
There you go.
But Giggle mobile app. Do it. Click on. Don't click on things that are gonna get free. You don't wanna do that.
It's
Don't click on random. That's how you get viruses.
I do like listening to Christmas carols early.
Yes, I am a big fan of Christmas music.
And
Now-
sometimes I listen to it on January.
But if they do play the Christmas music, I really like just the day after Thanksgiving. Like that's my thing is because I already hate Thanksgiving enough as it is. To load up right before Thanksgiving, like as soon as Thanksgiving's done and now I get to look forward to Christmas, I'm like, all right, like go crazy, balls out, go nuts.
GC Mobile is pretty clean. It's nice. You guys fine.
Yeah, I got mad. Zero got cigar too.
Yeah, he did.
There you go.
He was re-rolling too.
That's special. Was he?
Yeah.
First try. No rerolls. Sig hard pulled.
I couldn't. I was standing right there teaching Lush how to pull.
And this is what happened. And you may have to reroll until boom, sig hard. And I was like, I
Yeah,
can die
I was like,
right now. I
What
can
in the
die.
world is this stream is us rambling about
What?
stuff.
it's outdated.
They said, what in the world is this stream?
Yeah.
I fused Arm with a new card and pulled Ronin.
Oh! Well, actually, you can't go lower when you do an SR fusion, right?
I've never fused an SR. I've never dared to.
Why would you do
Yeah, I
that?
was going to say what?
Well, if you have more like duplicate SRs you don't no longer need, you can fuse those two together.
I've never found myself in a situation where I have more duplicates than what I need.
I did in a test server.
And have you ever did anything like that, especially because you don't know what the outcome is? Playing with that kind of RNG is so dangerous. You're all, I'm going to fuse two of the same characters and see what happens. Usually, from a logical standpoint, games don't make anything good when you have to fuse two of the same characters together. Something bad happens, like you die.
Well, usually they do make something good, but usually you need to be like, you have nothing else to do when you're min-maxing. At that point, then you're like, okay, this seems like.
But are you putting them together for mats, or are you putting them together for another character?
Well, in Grand Chase, yeah, you do get another trap.
Oh, dude, with my RNG, I would take two characters, fuse them together, and get the same character back, and I'd be like,
Happened to me.
nah. See, this is why I don't do that. This is why I'm that guy. My RNG is awful.
I got 2 tanks in my
And
PvP.
says the guy who got his figure on the first pull.
When was the last time something good happened to my RNG?
Yes, it did.
No, before the Sigmar poll.
Doesn't matter, it happened yesterday. That is the most recent event. You're the most luckiest one. The most recently luckiest one.
Busty. I felt so bad for that dude.
Oh yeah, he had to like reroll it. How many times? Like 8 times?
Oh. Like he literally on those reroll, not one SR character.
Rashalada had to
single
reroll
one.
like 45 times.
45?
Yeah, but she got like SRs in between, but she didn't like roll them. She rerolled. So tank.
I rerolled mine.
You need like
But that was kind of
damage.
Damn it.
Is that Death Note? Really?
No, this is Hanuman,
Yeah.
the Monkey King. Wait, who said what?
Mark,
EXE.
nice Death Note hoodie, says EXE.
Oh, I don't. This is not a Death Note hoodie. I would never wear a Death Note hoodie.
You
I know. I'll probably get like stuff thrown at me, but I don't. Yeah, I don't do Death Note.
get apples thrown at you.
Right? No, I don't do Death Note. I absolutely love the soundtrack for Death Note and all the different bands and everything they had working with them, and yeah, they did a lot of things right with it. But as far as the series go, I'm not a big fan. Yeah.
Why not? That's red. That's just light.
Oh, does it look like Rook? Rook? Is that what?
Rook, what?
Oh,
Rush is
you-
my best friend.
Maybe. No.
Hey, not Justin.
Is that not newest?
I don't know.
But it's not Justin.
Not newest.
I don't know who it is, but it's not Justin.
It's definitely not Justin.
It's not newest.
It is. Anything you guys want to chit chat about? What else we got?
What?
What?
What are you guys doing exactly?
We're
Exactly
just
what it is we're doing.
talking.
It's our day off
It's to interact with people.
We're chilling.
What is this live stream about?
on YouTube.
Yeah. Ask us questions. We'll
Okay. Now go ahead. What do you got?
Let's go, Nam.
Go ahead. Mr. Sir, let's go.
Morning routine.
I
I snooze my phone 8 times before I wake up, and then I'm late. So I shower really fast. I drive like a maniac and get to work 1 minute before, and then I drink coffee.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm honestly pretty much the same because I stay up late playing games. So my phone will buzz and then I'll be like snooze and then it'll buzz again and then I'll be like snooze and then it'll buzz the 3rd time and I'll actually pick up my phone, see the time, and then go snooze. Repeat process for about 2 hours worth of snoozing, which is, considering it rings every 5 minutes. for 2
Oh
hours.
my god. If I was anywhere near your room, I'd kick the door off the hinges.
And then eventually I realized, yeah, it seems about right, and then I actually get out. So I have to set my first alarm literally 2 hours before I'm supposed to get up.
I do like 1.5. It used to be an hour. I got longer because I wasn't waking up. It might be 2 hours very soon.
Cause like, you know,
Mm.
yeah, that's pretty much more for 2 hours each morning.
I didn't go to bed last night.
There you go.
Morning routine.
Yeah, so I'm still in my morning routine. I am still drinking Monster. Dealing with a bunch of stuff, like obviously we just had the game launch and stuff's kind of spinning out of control, and I had to take the second half of yesterday off. I didn't go home the night before until, when did we go home? Almost 2 in the morning. And so I took the second half of yesterday off, and then didn't go to sleep last night, and then rolled into this, and I was just like, whoa. I was still a little delirious. Speaking a little slower than usual. Might just be because I'm old.
You are pretty old.
I'm pretty old, yeah.
Are you excited for the holiday?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on a few pounds and see if I can do my best Santa routine. That's what I'm looking forward to. Thank you, Juanita.
I get all the Christmas presents.
Oh, right.
No, we're not allowed to ask Elsor stuff.
No.
Everything but Elsor stuff.
Yeah, and literally everything. You guys want to talk about the game industry? You want to talk about games, manga, comic books? Why I haven't flipped this table yet? Let us know. What's holiday? Yeah, dude, I love Christmas. Believe it or not, is my favorite holiday. Because I'm actually a big squishy guy. I like happy things, and Christmas is flipping nuts.
I'm happy things.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't. So when I was growing up, I had not growing up. I still have them. I've got 7 brothers and sisters, and so can you imagine how absolutely crazy my house was growing up?
Growing up, I had 7. They're gone now.
They're gone now. All of them.
I would be very upset.
Just
death now.
Right? I'm just writing their names.
What's your favorite holiday?
Mine?
Yeah.
I don't really have one, to be honest. I don't have like a favorite holiday.
You know what?
I don't really get into like the festive celebrations. Actually, except Chinese New Year, but that's not really a holiday.
It is.
You don't get the day off here, so it's
Just
not
here,
really a holiday.
but in other cultures, it's still a
Yeah, but
holiday.
like
in
2
LA?
countries.
Literally in LA, like there are companies that offer days off for Lunar New Year. Like specifically only for, like you get 11 days off, but here a lot of companies will actually give you.
It also depends on how many
Lunar New Year
Asians
day
you have
off.
in the company. Because Koreans and Chinese all share the same Lunar New Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually for me, that's my favorite too. Only because, so every Lunar New Year, you do like the whole like respecting your ancestor kind of thing, like make a bunch of dishes of the like in the past and like bow and stuff, and then when you're done with that, you can eat all the food. And that's the best food.
This
So
nice.
good. The tenderest curry.
I get
Yes.
my
Soup.
red envelopes, my red packets, and I get to play
Alright.
mahjong all day with the money from said red envelopes, red packets.
I don't get that anymore. I'm too old.
So it's like not gambling, but gambling at the same. It's like gambling with other people's money, except you get to keep everything.
Are we stressed about a lot of game releases? Yes, I am. Very much so.
Stressed is not the word.
I'm very stressed.
How did you guys get into the game industry? Not in a mean way. Like what drove you to join it?
I got lucky.
I got lucky.
I got lucky.
Okay, so professionally, because I did mocap before I was actually I had like a full-time job in the game industry, and then I needed a second job, and so I spammed my resume out to a bunch of different companies. Like literally, I was looking for any kind of second job, and I got a hit back, and it changed my whole life. And I've been in the game industry ever since.
It made me leave Canada.
This is true.
I was like being a bum at home, and then like, I guess like my father's like restaurant had like this like a regular that came in, and then like I guess like one of the waitress ladies told him about me bumming at home, but doing translations for fun. And so I got an email from the CEO of a company telling me to send a resume. I'm like, huh? But my resume is only for culinary. So I just made like a bunch of like things and sent it. And the first thing I heard when I was in the interview was like, you know your resume is shit.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, yes, I know. But I translate good.
Marianne, Masha for next Wolverine. Oh, dude, I actually had the Wolverine cut for a minute.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
A little like.
Yeah, so I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. I'll cut Wolverine. I'll put some more weight back on, at least for a couple weeks. I'll like sleep.
We are like family. Because we see each other more than our family.
That's true.
Like legit.
You're like,
I'm so sick of looking at him.
Pi is my kid's favorite other person. Like when my monkeys come into the office to come say hi or whatever, they'll literally run by everybody else to go say hi to Pi, and then literally turn around and leave without saying anything to anybody else. It's actually
I'm hard to
funny.
miss. Any tips? That's like, unless you learn a special skill for certain like aspects of game creation, getting into a position like mine, like the operation side, is pretty much luck.
It's
And be
actually
ready.
really hard.
And be ready whenever you, because opportunities open up here and there, but taking that opportunity is your job.
It's also so there's two things I want to kind of throw out there for people that are trying to get into the game industry. One, always learn. Two, always be taught by somebody. So the breadth of exactly what happens in the game industry is massive compared to what most people think. I mean, you can stick in the eye of a bug what people actually truly understand about how big the game industry is. And when I say big, I'm not talking about the girth-wise or size. I'm talking about the different positions, from business to marketing to production, from the execution teams, localization. There's no idea guy. This is contrary to popular belief. There's no idea guy and there's no writer guy.
Yeah.
Those are myths. But to get involved with other people who, now don't get me wrong, there's exceptions. Different game companies, like literally if you were to take a different game company from us, and then a different game company from them, and then another game company, and then try to lay a transparency of all three or four on top of each other, they'll be completely different. Even what a game producer would be at one company, the job description would be something completely different at a different company. And that's that lack of generalization, or that lack of standardization, normalization, is very difficult. But when you have somebody that can mentor you in regards to a lot of the different practices and the ins and outs, and basically walk you through what a day-to-day concept is of what happens in the game industry on both the dev side and publication, then you are already walking in with a major advantage. Versus, oh, I'm going to school to learn code. I'm going to school to learn rendering. I'm going to school to learn background art. I'm going to school to learn game music, sound engineering. And no, you and about 30 billion other people. I'm not saying don't do it, but you have to be able to celebrate something that makes you exceptional. Exceptional. Or you do the second part of that. If you're going into the art side, the code side, and stuff like that, you need to master what has made that particular game company or game franchise successful. So you have to master their art form, master their culture, master their execution concepts, master, basically do what they do as well as they do, and you become a wheel in the cog, or a cog in the machine.
And we are Cog Games.
And then at that point, what you want to do is basically elevate yourself above that which is now set as the norm for that company. And so it's crazy. There's a lot that goes into this. And this is, I mean, I've been in this industry for 15 plus years. Let's say 15 solid, like if I was to just like kind of measure it all out. And the learning curve is steep.
Oh man,
I mean, if I had somebody like me helping me out back when I was there, and my mentors were absolutely amazing, but to take a step outside of the linear track, like that hard rail that basically everybody thinks that they have to do this in order to, no, absolutely not. It's chaos, and there's a lot to learn. And so even now in the game industry, I'm still learning. I'm still getting, sidetracked and curveballed, and learning how to zig and zag, and basically responding to situations that you've never seen before. You have an idea, but the actual truth of it is the finite point, something completely that you didn't see coming. But you're already prepared because you've already got all this experience and everything racked up, and you think on the fly, and you're fast, and then it's gonna be awesome. But yeah, the game industry is way bigger than what people think.
I've been doing it for like 8 years now.
8?
Yeah, it's been long.
You old too.
I know I am.
This year one. These are new guys.
Not even one.
Yeah, no, I mean like year one, like Asian style measuring. This is his first
Korean
year.
style?
So, yeah, 1 year.
You born, you won.
Year one. Year one. The
You were
first
in your
year.
mama's
The
belly
best
for a year,
year.
so you won.
First year.
First year is best year.
What's my favorite thing about working in KOG?
Masha's Monkeys and Pie.
I guess like at my stage now, I'm just glad I like the games that I'm working on.
Oh hell yeah.
That's very important, guys. You don't
Yes.
understand. If you're forced to play a game you hate, you will hate your life.
Yeah, you will.
So I'm very, very glad that I love the game that I'm working on. All games.
And you know the thing is you can't. It's not just today.
Yeah.
It's next week, next month, next year, next 5 years. So you have to plan for your. You know, if this is going to be a career, you're looking 5 years out, 10 years out. And if you have to look at what it is that you do in the lineup and the people you work with every day for the next 5, 10 years, and realize that you can't look past tomorrow because you're miserable,
Yeah.
game over.
One thing is, don't join like a small company thinking next year I'm gonna go to Blizzard. Don't do that. That's stupid.
Because you're not only doing yourself a disservice, you're doing the company a disservice, you're doing that company's players a disservice. Because there's somebody else that will be able to fill that position that actually loved what they do. That loved that game you're working on. If you use it as a stepping stone, you have to realize that if somebody did that to you to a game that you play, you'd want to execute them. I mean, being on this side of the desk, that's
Double click his face.
Double click his face.
Yes, there is pipes coming out of my head.
What's your favorite thing about Navi? I mean, so you've walked in, and is it a shock? Did you think that when you applied for working at a game company versus what's going on here every day, is there a big difference?
Like what you thought it was, what it actually is.
Right? He was happy on day one. Now he's all like, rah, 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 rah. I'm super jaded. Oh, why am I so mad? I want to drink Monster. I want to flip tables.
I haven't flipped any tables yet.
I see it on your
Lack
face.
of strength.
He's still training.
Our
He's still
tables
training.
are very heavy, by the way.
I'm trying not to be jaded and optimistic, because optimistic is the best stuff. But no, it was not what I expected.
In a
What
good
did you
way or bad way?
expect? What did you expect was gonna be?
Oh, yeah.
What did you think you were gonna be doing when you got the job?
The funny thing was, I walked in with literally zero
Expectations?
understanding or expectations of what's going on.
That's better.
That's pretty good.
People usually have different ideas.
So when I came out, I was just like, oh, okay. Do this. Sweet.
You know, it's funny. He actually came in as an intern.
That's
So it
what
wasn't
we call
like
the GM intern.
literally. I mean, so it's not like, oh, we're going to bring this guy in. You want a career in the game industry? We're hiring you in. I mean, he came in and he proved himself. He came in and he put everything on the table. And he busted his butt. I mean, he never turned down work, never turned away work, never turned away overtime.
Like you had a choice, but okay.
Right. Well, they do. See, what happens is when people literally walk in and they can't take ownership of that position and see those principles, they get promoted to player.
Hate them.
So, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to see what's next.
But you already know what.
But what's after that?
So what I'll do is I'm gonna go outside our room here really quick, and then just send Rush out, and then say, "Guess what's coming?"
This is what's coming.
Ignore the screams.
My day's looking pretty good. 53rd coming up the JPEG Crusader Supenda.
What's your favorite thing about working in KOG? Oh.
But yeah,
GMs, you have pipes, I guess.
Windows 95, guys.
95.
What? So what would you want to do in the game industry? Like if you were given the opportunity tomorrow, what would you think you would just get a big old kick out of? So it's like going to E3. You know what I mean? A lot of people like
planning things without someone saying no, that's not possible.
that happens.
Yes,
But we work in the game industry. Anything's possible.
it happens every hour.
I hope you like getting told no. You're okay with getting told no, and then after you pick yourself up off the ground because you got hit in the face 5 times with that many more no's,
They'll be like, why are you on the ground?
Don't flop it around. It builds character and thick skin.
And mental disease.
Oh my.
Oh, you used to use this Onos? Onos? I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's a good skate tape.
Nose. Didn't see that. I'm so kidding. I'm so kidding. I'm not even really real. Shut up. I'm sorry.
Icy nose. High nose.
Sorry, we're reading notes. So I'm kind of like looking. So a couple people are posting some long ones.
OniQ, go talk to GameForge and tell him why. Why you ban me?
Yeah.
Why you ban me?
Ask and you shall be given.
But you can play Grand Chase. Oh.
Dun dun dun.
But you can.
Yes, because we do not publish
And you'll be under RA going.
Elsword in the continent of Europe.
Get
We
out.
have absolutely zero input or control. So the publisher actually owns your account information, your account access, and all things tied to that particular information tied to you. So even if we wanted to or say anything else like that, that account information belongs to, and even your IGNs belong to the publisher. So we couldn't do anything about that account if we wanted to.
We're getting hacked today, boys. I would love to help you, but unfortunately I cannot.
Our hands are tied.
Banned for help of cheating. Wow.
Interesting.
Like 30 people for the
Did you type in H4X in the chat?
No!
Please
Yeah.
no.
The more you know.
Happens a lot in EU.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah.
EU sounds like a dangerous place.
It's back!
Fly! My arch nemesis.
Not my monster. Not
Ha! I didn't want to squish on
I didn't want to like boom, monitor the back.
I wanted to like slap it, but I didn't want to squish it.
If this was Twitch, I'd say put that pie versus fly.
Monitor goes flipping down the table and be like, we couldn't flip tables today, but we flipped monitors.
Parallel stigma when?
Parallel universe.
Whenever you get it.
Yes. Since 2012.
Damn, that's bad.
But Pi means Freya.
But no.
No.
I just play on the side.
It's a side
I got pretty good at it though. Playing on it. As long as everything's disabled.
Oh, that was right. The last time that you played your Freya when we were on PvP mode, dude, that was ridiculous. We had that room full, and you came out with the carry, and I was like, how is that even possible? Dude, but the thing was, it was your assists. That's what threw me for a loop. Yeah, I'm afraid, dude, nobody picks off kills like Rose. Like, just read the random, like, cack bullet.
Yeah, whenever Misty plays. Yeah.
I do not want to.
But it was your assist. That's what just had me all like twisted, because I was like, your assist, you had like in that one match was like 5, or I was like, how did we have like a whole room stacked pros, and your Freya, that particular Freya too, which is not a stacked character, and yeah, it was ridiculous. I quit.
I'm sorry to see you go, Niku. I hope your issue is resolved, but what can we do? Unfortunately, we are powerless.
Go yell at EU.
Yes. Yell at them in German or something. What language does GameForge speak?
GameForge? They've got
Portuguese?
GameForge London. Oh, Germany. So I
Oh,
believe
Germany.
GameForge is actually based in
I said
Germany.
9! 9 sausages. Wow, Vietnamese. Oh, really? They don't revoke permanent bans? They don't even do an investigation?
Oh, that's old school.
Yeah. That sucks. Hello, Carlos.
See you on
Mendoza.
the queue.
Bye, on
Hey,
the
Carlos
queue.
Mendoza.
Carlos Mendoza, what's happening?
G'day, mate. How are ya?
It's the hacker's fault. That's true.
You going well, mate?
Strian.
You want to take the Mickey Army?
What?
What?
Nothing.
Sounds like a really bad Disney cartoon.
The Mickey Army? Well,
I want to know why Mickey's in you. And why do you need Mickey out of you?
You know, it's funny, that was an Australian saying, but I heard it in Harry Potter. And I was like, oh, it's a British saying too. I didn't know.
I think
So it might
it
be,
was British first.
yeah, it might be a British thing first. So I can't exactly claim it as Australian. But
Oh.
Australians say it anyway, so
Because you're British prisoners.
yeah.
Inmates.
it was funny is somebody walked up and they were like, hi, and I was like, hey, how are you? And they went, are you Irish? Oh, what? They said that's what Irish people say. And I was like, I'm pretty sure more than just Irish people say how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Well, maybe most
The
people
Koreans
just go
say
hi.
it too.
Hmm?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you, and you? And that's a phrase that they teach you in Korea. Xin chào. What was that rain?
And it's raining.
Oh, wow.
Rain.
So I am not heading back to my car until the train stops. And if it
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
stop,
there's still an hour.
Oh. Yeah, that 2 hours. So we had like forecast. They said they were going to give us 2 hours of like no
Forecast.
rain.
You just went for like.
Damn it.
I had to.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Fluffer and succotash. I hate you guys. I'm going home.
Oh god.
What's more deadly? An army of angry ads, or an army of roses? Angry ads.
I'm always angry.
It's always, so are the players.
That's his secret. He's always angry.
No!
Hey!
Dude, you beat me to it. I was gonna totally like ease my way into
Too
that.
slow.
Damn,
Too slow.
it happens so much. Pioneer always like, he's like on that wavelength, but he just gets there before I do.
It's all about timing.
What deals did you guys catch?
I
Black-
got
Oh,
an air
man.
purifier. It's running right now, actually. Let me check.
So,
Remote, you got cellular remote
Wi-Fi,
there.
yeah.
Oh, God, man.
It's Dyson, bro.
It's Dyson. I got Black Friday. Oh, I got a book on reticulated pythons.
nice.
Nerd stuff. Well, there aren't any. You know, you figure like it's the largest snake in the world. Longest. Fly 3, Pi 0. You figure it's the longest snake in the world, that there'd be like documentation and you know, some sort of book, anything on them? Zero. There's nothing. And then it finally got put out, and I was like, I'm gonna buy it on Amazon because that's what you're supposed to use Amazon for, is buying books, right? Well,
And
back
it
in
wasn't
my day.
French.
Oh, dude, I swear to God, you know my RNG. If that book shows up in flipping French, I'm gonna be so mad. You're gonna see me come in going, I got my book, and it's just flying across the room, and then
Where's the shredder?
standing on it. Oh yeah. Well, you probably made out.
Oh,
huh?
your school flooded.
I bought a ton, like a truck ton of cards that are arriving in the mail in multiple different packages.
But were they better because of Black Friday, or did you buy them because it was just Black Friday and you tripped over them?
Well, TCG Player, which is the site I get them from, had a 15% kickback. So whatever cards I buy, I get 15% back for store credit.
For credit, yeah.
So I got, like I said, I finished my Magic deck. I bought more Pokemon cards, finished off some Vanguard stuff I was waiting on, and just like that, I have enough store credit to last me the year.
Oh, I'm not even shocked. Like I was gonna say, like, wow, no, I'm not shocked.
So I'm good. I'm most happy.
Good for you.
Are you aware of Void? Yes. If so, what are your opinions on it? My opinion is anytime somebody takes content that an entire team busted their back to create from nothing, and they benefit from the work of somebody else's creation, from the work of somebody else's creativity, from the work of other people's execution, from a global team that literally does everything they can in order to use that stuff to make a living for themselves, to make a life for themselves. And somebody else takes it, not with permission, not with anything else, and then literally uses the broken backs of what everybody else had done in order to make a living for themselves, and they pirate that. Everything from the VO, everything, because it's not just us, it's the actors. Like, we have to generate enough revenue in order, and that's a lot of revenue, to pay for all of the VO, to pay for all of the translation, to pay for all of the teams of artists that have to work on these games, for them to create. And so when somebody else takes it, there's no communication, there's no agreements, there's no licensing, there's nothing, then you're literally taking not just the benefit of those people getting paid, they're taking the profit. The profit is what is used to create other games. Like, we could not have done Grand Chase if it was not for Elsword. And then GC before Elsword. We could not have done Elsword without GC when it had originally launched, and that was the title of the game that built KOG to be where it is now. And so when people do that, it infuriates me. Not table flipping infuriating, like it's something that goes way beyond that.
It's like asking, what do you think about that guy who stole your car? Like, F that guy.
Or yeah, or there's a lot of artists out there.
Yeah.
If you literally saw somebody take your artwork, post it somewhere else, claim it as theirs, and then have their thing become popular on their site, and you're sitting there going, there's nothing you can do. And you're like, that's
our items are cheaper. Like, yeah, because you didn't make them.
Yeah. And so, and not even just, like, if somebody stole your car and then you saw them drive off, or so anything like that, or stole your girl.
Or did you Uber with your car?
Uber with your car, oh, dude.
Uber Black. No, my Beamer.
So, yeah, no, it wasn't just working here either. It's anytime I've seen private servers with any of the games that I've worked for previously, or I've literally had people, I've even had other publishers take content from us. Not here, not now, but literally other, my terms of use agreement. I worked with a team to build out a terms of use agreement. Another game company copy-pasted my terms of use agreement and put it up on their site, changing like a couple of the key identifiers for whatever that title was on their company, and even left because I put a couple of inside jokes on the TOU. So I do signature work on TOUs just to make sure that in case I see something pop up, I can use an SEO structure to go find out if anybody had taken it. And sure as anything. And I was like, wow, there's some shady people out there. I mean, even as a company. So these people did that, and I was just like, wow.
This live stream is about anything that goes through our heads.
Yes, as long as it's not Elsword.
What is the first game you guys played?
Duck Hunt.
Hide and Seek.
That's not a video game.
They never specified.
We're specifying.
Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the first video game.
I keep forgetting how young he is.
Yeah.
I'm that young.
Yeah, you are.
And I'm very happy to be that young.
You're a child.
Wasn't pinball or Pong or...
Mine was Pong, and then believe it or not, Burger Time, which was almost like a Pac-Man style chase.
Oh.
So there's like stacks of there's a bun, lettuce, tomato, hamburger, and then the alt foods like chase you around, and you have to basically cut each one of the levels, and every time you get the level below it, they fall down. Yeah, it was actually really popular. Everyone's like, what's Burger Time? And then when they actually see it, they're all, oh! It was like that. It's almost like the premise of Pac-Man, but the maneuverability of Donkey Kong. So you're going up ladders and
I think I remember playing that game.
And as long as you got the top bun first, which is like obviously the faster mobs are going to be up at the top, and you hit that one, then it drops, and it actually takes the leveling of the next level down one level, so you don't have to make two passes, and then you can actually stack them down, and you get more points for that stuff. But that was so annoying.
Yeah, I know. I hate people who steal work. Like, artists probably has it the worst.
Yes.
All they do is put up in their blog, and people trim out the little watermark, and it's like, you made this? I made this.
What started off as like a great, like a deviant art, Like you literally have people photoshopping other people's artwork to put just enough spin on it to where you can't even 10-eye it back to them, or reverse image searching and stuff like that. So they twist it just enough, or they'll sepia tone it, or they'll do whatever. I mean, just some literally Mickey Mouse stuff. And yeah, horrible.
Which GM do you miss the most?
Which GM?
Yeah, all the past GMs you've worked with.
Going all the way back to GC or just Elsword?
Your career. Oh, actually, yeah. Let's just do Elsword.
Yeah, because that's
more relevant.
because if I say something from back at WoW or whatever, then you guys aren't gonna know who it is. For Elsword, who do I miss the most? I'd probably say. I want to say Crow, because him and I had like an unhealthy
No, Crow's not here.
competition for years. Oh, Raven? You remember Raven from GC? Check you out. Now, if it was the GC GM, I'd say it was a toss-up between Loki and
Does
Chaos.
anyone remember GM Slime? Zero.
So yeah, Crow actually handed me my first kill in PvP. Or he handed me my first death in PvP. So yeah, I'll never forget that. Then I had to come back and keep coming back and keep coming back. There was the learning curve, because the individual characters of Elsword are so steep. The differences, and so actually finding balance, and you have the characters that are base roll friendly. And then you have the characters like CC, who are not going to be like that. But yeah, for sure. Go. Who's next? Who's next?
You decide.
Masha, the question. DW, I don't watch baseball, but I used to buy baseball cards and get gold cards from my purchases.
I hate players that do that. I always go on Facebook, and it's always, I quit Pokemon like 3 months ago. I bought one pack, and look at this. I got a $50 card. Anybody want it for $50? I'm like...
That's like every gacha game ever. You just roll good, and there's like shining cards.
Right? It's
I know you know it's good.
It's like you quit for like 2 months. I'm sure you know the game well enough to know that's good, and it's shiny.
Okay, so I'm gonna confess. I got my first Charizard from a kid that didn't know, and he hated Charizard. And he was like, "I don't like Charizard." And I'm like, "I like Charizard. Want it? Want to trade?" And I was like, "Yeah. What do you want?" And I had a Scyther, and he was like, "Can I have your Scyther?" And I was like, "Here." And he handed me the Charizard. I'm like, "Are you sure?" And he went, "Yeah, I hate Charizard." And he like smiled and walked off with his Scyther, and I was like,
Would regrets after 5 years.
No, granted, back then, Scyther was still expensive even back then, but not Charizard expensive.
Charizard was the most expensive card.
Charizard is always the most expensive.
Mew, when he launched, and then they did the second launch.
Yes.
Oh, do you remember that?
The
Mew,
reprint.
the reprint. Oh my God!
The
There was a
killed
generation
it,
of kids that Sudoku'd on the spot when that first Mew dropped.
I only played the first time, so there was no Mew.
I have Mew, yay! Oh look, they made more Mew. So
Isn't that the issue the one that Magic the Gathering had too? So they have to like put stuff like they're no longer gonna make some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then,
Black Lotus.
but you know what's funny is Wizards of the Coast has always been heavy-handed in making sure that when they call something an exclusive, it's an exclusive.
yes.
And they always left a little bit, especially in Arena, a little bit of wiggle room in there to where they didn't nerf everything. They didn't just automatically ban.
Just because you can't get anyone doesn't mean.
Yes. And literally, you see the Black Lotus go boom, and you're like, are you kidding me?
There's some cards that are just not meant.
He's a Chungming.
I am a Chungmei. Not as main as some of our other Chung Nage bros, but yeah, for sure.
GM for sure.
Yeah, so 5 years of Chung. And 5 years of Immortal. Those were my two. Risks Mosh, yeah.
I've tried D&D once at my previous work. It didn't work out very well.
What, D&D game or tabletop?
Like, you had a dungeon master and then you had to make our character.
Oh, tabletop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told you I had the naked bald bard that summoned Skeletor Mariachi Band. He had a whip and he used oil on a child.
I've never
But
seen it.
my defense, the child was caught by something, and I was like, "Can I use oil to make him slip out of?"
Oh,
So I used the oil on the child, and it didn't work. Well, it did work. He slipped out, and then I used Dazzle. I don't know what that move. I don't know what it was. I think stun or something.
Confusing, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was a bald,
Bard.
naked bard with the whip and
Mariachi.
oil doing Dazzle. I felt like straight Tarek from League.
Jim.
Truly.
That's a choice.
I didn't know what the limit was. I just said whatever I wanted to say.
What is the? I played going all the way back to AD&D, so the old hardcover books, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. So that's the version that all of the games were built on. So when people think of Neverwinter, when they think of like Forgotten Realms, Dragonlance, Planescape Torment, all the old school games that like they literally created the franchise of D&D, all the Black Isle games and stuff, Baldur's Gate. That was the version I was familiar with. So a lot of the what's called the D20 system now, I never got into. Shirachalada is a huge D&D player, and she can actually like
She still plays?
yeah, she does. But she can actually spew differences like, did you do D20 this edition, or this edition, and she can actually break it down. I mean, she digs like the more technical aspect, and she gets into it. And I don't know to what extent, like how well versed she is in all the different editions, but yeah, she's a crazy D&D fan. Does she have art books? Well, I don't know. No idea. I wouldn't doubt it,
Yeah.
but yeah, she's a big tabletop RPG player.
I've never played it.
Any tabletop RPG?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
So as big a fan of RPG and literature as you are, like the whole sci-fi fantasy thing, you never ever dabbled or even got into. Wow. Okay.
There's not a lot of groups that do that in Australia.
Going back to the Australia thing. You're right. Yeah. All 5 people in Brisbane. Like, I was the only one that was interested in RPG.
We've heard of it. That does not mean we
Alright,
dabbled in it.
I think our time has come to an end.
Wait, fly. Attack pie one more time. Come back.
The fly just went that way.
I'm so sad.
Fly.
Come
Go
back
away.
before pie ends the stream.
All right. So thank you, everybody.
Thank
It
you.
has been
Yes.
fantastic.
See you next Thursday.
Hey, Kip actually send our boy Rush here
What?
some ideas. If you guys have something that you want to see
Yes.
on our day off, now it's got to be fun, it's got to be cheeky, can't be all sorts.
Yes.
So if you have any questions or topics you guys want to see us discuss, hit us up. We don't pull any punches here. We tone it down a little bit,
A little
but
bit. I can't say the F word.
yeah, we can't.
Although I'm pretty sure we can get away with it.
And it's not like it hasn't been done.
Play cards against humanity.
I've seen a couple of the. Oh my god, that would be absolutely.
I potty mouth.
Okay, I guess that's the first suggestion. We
Play Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, dude.
On-
Yes,
on a day
dude,
of life.
yes.
Dude.
Yes. Okay, but Pi has some history with Cards Against Humanity.
I'm the master.
He straight wrecked
I
the
haven't
table the
played
last
that.
time we played.
I haven't played Cards Against Humanity yet.
Oh, it's
so
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know-
sure you face palm a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if he's built for it.
No, he can.
You think
He'll
he
just
can?
be like,
Yeah.
he'll
It-
still laugh.
Okay, so basically the structure is you have to piece together a phrase on cards that you get, and it gets really inappropriate really quickly because you know the company that you keep here, right?
yeah.
Okay, so it could be like the cow ate grass.
For that one, we might label it as
Oh, the
mature
cow
audience.
eats.
We can have one
So-
mature audience
But
stream.
it's all based on the phrases that are in your hand. So you have to put together. So yeah,
So we can do one mature audience stream for the Cards Against Humanity, just in case.
that will get.
Because there is a certain card I remember that is a big black. Anyways.
Yeah, we had they slipped in a couple of the not so appropriate decks in there.
Yeah.
I said
Okay.
deck.
Although there is one card that always wins, Mecha Hitler. It doesn't matter what you put in it.
Okay, I see.
So, since Rush has already agreed to it, that's going to be our next stream. We will debate on whether or not it's going to be 8 or a mature audience, but all of y'all are over 18, so feel free to join us. Tell your friends, tell your fam, tell your family, or tell your fans, tell your fam, tell your friends. Something. I quit. I am very.
Tell
tired.
everyone.
Tell all the people. Tell all the not people too.
GMs play Cards Against Humanity.
GMs play Cards Against Humanity. So definitely Sriracha Lada is probably going to want to get in on that.
Oh yeah.
Busty may want to get in. So we may actually like set it so we've got everybody around the table, and good call. Who did that?
Tiana.
Tiano did that. You played Cards Against Humanity. You're the one that put that on the table?
Yes.
Holy smokes. More GMs, yes. Makes sense. Psycher.
Oh.
Okay, yes, this will be interesting.
I'm ready to face palm.
You know what's funny? We could also get Zero in too, because Zero just like his whole head kind of turns red, and then he just like kind of slinks down. Once he pieces together what just happened, and he's got nowhere to go, he's kind of like goes into it.
And we could probably make them vote who's the best card, I guess. The viewers.
Yes, that'll be hard. Yeah, we'll try it out.
We'll try it out, and if it doesn't work, if you're too slow, just go.
Yeah, right?
Bias for Rush.
Okay, bye guys.
See ya.
Bye for Rush.
Bye for Rush.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Alright, see you guys.
See you guys.
Next day off.